Hi again. My name is Tessa Carnes, and I'm the author of the book, The Music Business Success Code. Well, some people who have been watching these videos might not know what the Music Business Success Code is. It's a simple guide that will help you to teach you about the business of music. It's actually a series of books that will be coming out that taking you straight from step one, step two, step three. But this book basically teaches you about where to start. But today I am talking about radio promotions. Wow, that's a big subject. Some people want to hide behind the curtain of reality what radio promotions is. Some people really don't like to talk about it, or they want to face the reality of what radio promotions is all about. Now, radio promotions is expensive. Whether you like it or not, it is expensive. And it costs a good chunk of money here in the United States. Now, it also goes in phases. Phase one, phase two, phase three. But a lot of people start with phase one and don't go to phase two. And then sometimes they go to phase two and then they leave out phase three, which is the most important part. So it's good that when you start, you try to finish. You have that money to finish. Some people call it payola, but you have to play to pay in this music business. Music, the radio arena, what it is basically playing your music repeat every day. They keep playing the music over and over, that people, so they drum it in your head. But what radio costs, it all depends on the buzz that you have. So let us say you go to all the DJs and all the DJs love your record and it is playing in the clubs. People call in the radio stations and say, yo, I like Cash Out record, and he has a record that is just hot and I want it to play on the station. And people keep calling genuinely, can I hear this record? I love this record. The program director is going to research and say, who is this person that's calling, these people calling about this record? And they call their radio station, their club DJs and say, you hear about this record? Yes, everybody's playing this record. And sometimes the radio promoter, the program director of the station just add the record. But then you want to force this onto the market like that, and a lot of times it costs money, and it's illegal to take, like a radio station is illegal to take money to play a record, so the program director cannot take the money for it. So sometimes what you have to do, you have to hire an independent record promoter, that radio promoter, and they take the record to the radio station and get them to play the record and say, well, this is a good record. It's playing, it's picking up some social media buzz, a lot of people talking about it and all of that. And it's tons of radio stations. So let's say you're doing urban music, and they have, like, here in the United States is about maybe 79 urban stations, and because it's just 79, it's spread across mainly the southeast and northeast region of the US. So you want to capitalize on that. But the more rhythmic stations and more the pop station, the top 40 stations, they are more right across the US. So with radio, what they do is say, well, okay, they service the record, they give it to the program director. The director say, okay, let me try it, let me play it, and they play it one and two, and they pick up spins. So that's like first phase of radio, where they basically try it, they test the mark if it's good, and you start to picking up spins, and you register the record with media base BDS, and you start to pick up, some kind of momentum. Then you can carry on, and the program director might say, oh, I just can't play this record. It's just not, it's not catching. But let's say you in phase one and you go to the radio promoter, and the radio promoter say, yes, let's just go phase two. Phase two is when I might be wrong, but I have been around long enough to kind of understand how radio works. Now, I'm a radio promoter, so nobody come to me ask me to play a service or record to radio. I hire radio promoters who are reputable, who can go to the stations and get the record. So what they do is like they go program director meet and greet, and you sit down and you meet the program director, and you buy them pizza and you treat the radio station nice, and they say, well, listen, come and perform at a live remote here, and you treat the radio nice, and they start to do it. Then the songs start to play and you get into the move, and they get in the people to know all of this, and the spins start going up like 100 to 200 spins a week. Then you say, this sounds really, really, really interesting. I'm getting good feedback. Guess what? I need to go phase 3. Now, when you go phase 3, they go for ads. That means they add the record into rotation. So this is a simple, easy way to really understand radio, but some people, it costs money. And that's when the labels start calling, when you really and truly start getting the radio spins. But it costs a lot of money, and I can't put a figure to it, but it does cost a pretty penny, and sometimes you have to build your own buzz if you don't have that budget, and will force these program directors to add your record. And so that's when the labels start calling, and you put your work in, and when program directors support your record, they do. You see, when they block that record, So make sure you get those records done properly, and you create your own buds in the club, and also develop a good relationship with DJs, because without them, you won't have no career. DJs, you need to love and respect them, and all the DJs who support independent artists, kudos to you, and I love you and thank you for all the work you've done for me in the years. And artists, remember to do station IDs and station drops for these DJs and these stations, because it works a mile. It takes you miles and miles away. So thank you, and see ya.